Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. It's Saturday, so we're going to talk about some books. One of the books will be Zombie Haiku. Interesting title, right? The other one we're going to talk about today is Targets of Revenge. Those are the two books on the platform today. Only going to do two today. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday morning. Appreciate everybody that joins and comments and shares and does all that great stuff to help this get out to more people. If you're watching on a replay or listening to the podcast at Apple, Spotify, website, appreciate you too. Be sure to sign up for the Enjoy Life Safely newsletter. That's going out tomorrow. Want to make sure that you get it. Going to have some good stuff to help you stay safe, enjoy life, be exceptional. A little bit of this and that just to make your life better. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Vicky. Or is Vicky with you this morning, Jay? Maybe Jay's alone, but he's got a coffee there. It says Jay and coffee instead of Jay and Vicky. So maybe she got busy and had to do something else. Let's talk about the books. We'll talk about Targets of Revenge first. Jeffrey Stevens. Vince Flynn endorsed it, but I'll tell you, I didn't get into it as much as I like Vince Flynn's books. So, it was okay thriller, but I just didn't like it as much as I like Brad Thor and Vince Flynn and a few others. It's a Jordan Sandor thriller, and this Sandor didn't hook me as much as Mitch Rapp or some of the other characters. But, it was on the shelf. Like I said, I had a lot of books on the shelf that I hadn't read yet. I wanted to give it a quick read, which I did. Now, I'll go donate it. So if you're looking for a thriller, it might strike you better than it did me. But again, I personally like Brad Thor and Vince Flynn and some of the others better than I enjoyed this. So it was just an okay read. Now this one, Zombie Haiku. You think, what kind of title is that and so forth. And, I picked it up a long time ago. It's been on the shelf and I finally took it down to read it before I go trade it off. And it's like, wow, this was so creative. It's just very creative. It's a story. Because it's not just a collection. I thought it was maybe just a collection of haiku, which are, if you're not familiar, it's the Japanese type of little short poems where they have the 5-7-5 syllables. So you got 5-7-5, 3 lines, syllables. And I thought maybe just a collection of those, which it is. You can see this. It's very easy to read. It's a quick book to read because there's just the little haikus on each page, but it progresses. So it's written as a guy that's turning into a zombie and turns into the zombie, continuing to write these. And it's just little simple things. I hit redial, another busy signal. They need call waiting. This is right at the beginning when he's starting. Beth sort of hugs me, which I'm not a fan of. So I kick and run. My town is broken. From this view, I see the end. Below they gather. So the zombies are starting to form and things are happening. My skin is drying. My veins are much more pronounced and I'm turning gray. It's after he'd been bit. It goes on. Everything I thought tasted a lot like chicken really tastes like man. Some of them get pretty, like, ooh, okay. And it just keeps going as he farther gets into turning into it. Looking at my hand, somehow I lost a finger and gained some maggots. And he just keeps going farther and farther. The other guy screams as we lurch through the wheat field and head toward the voice. He's with a horde that's heading toward something to eat. The flies on my arm clearly have something to do with all these maggots. I somehow stand up. I somehow start walking fast. I smell lots of brains. And just keeps going on. Intestines dangle as he crawls the trail behind from where I bit him. I am a slow eater. The others finish their meals and moan for seconds. An alarm goes off as we pile past the shards and start grabbing meat. Without their faces, they still try to talk to me with their throats ripped, until their throats rip. We all fight for one and climb over each other, each taking a limb. So it just goes on through this until the very end where he's about to, perish. So just very creative. I mean, it's endorsed by Robert Kirkman from The Walking Dead, saying that it's the one place the zombie stuff has not gone, and it's in Haiku. And again, it tells sort of a story. Dixon says, does he get to eat any brains? Yes, he's after brains. And so he does get to eat brains and other body parts. There was something about getting the taste of liver out of your mouth, which was like the spleen or something like that. I forget. But it's just humorous and just extremely creative. If you're not into zombies, you're not going to like this. It's a little gross, some of them. But to tell the story in Haiku format with the zombies, I just thought, it's genius. It's very creative. I mean, to think of that and come up with that and be able to see it all the way through to the end. So I just really enjoyed it. I mean, like I said, it's a really quick read with just the few haikus on each page. And, and it has the pictures and different stuff too. So fun little book that I enjoyed. I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to go trade it in. I'm downsizing my library, but I'm glad that I read it. I am a fan of Walking Dead and some of the zombie movies that have been out there. And so neat little book. So those were the two this week. Targets of Revenge, even though it was endorsed by Vince Flynn, I like Vince Flynn's books better. And it was okay read. Zombie Haiku, great book if you like zombies and want a creative take on them. So, Jay mentions that it's just him here alone today. So, and then Jay says, I'll have to add that one. Jay, you are lucky because I'll let you know if the book exchange takes it. If the book exchange takes it, I'll tell you, and you can, go in there and pick it up cheap if you got credit there or whatever at the book exchange. And so, and I'll tell you what, if the book, Jay, I'll tell you what, if the book exchange doesn't take it, I'll drop it down to where you work and we'll do that. Because otherwise I take them to the library. When a book exchange, I put them in the book exchange pile, book exchange doesn't take them. They go to the donate to the library pile. But I'm going to put it in the book exchange pile and I'll let you know. All right, everybody. That's what I got for you today. It's going to be a busy Saturday for me. I hope it's a busy, great Saturday for you as well. Be sure to sign up for that newsletter. It goes out tomorrow. Don't want you to miss those. It's just information to help you. Basically, it's free information on different things to keep you safe, different things to enjoy life, and ways that you can be more exceptional in your life. And so check it out. Go to enjoylifesafely.com, put in your name and email. You'll get some free resources on awareness and self-defense immediately. And then, you'll get those newsletters on Sunday. Everybody, go make it a spectacular Saturday, and we'll see you tomorrow.